Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about how BrainGlow came into existence. And one of the main deciding factors is the simple pain that I have felt, and I'm sure you have too, watching your loved ones, whether it be your parents, your grandparents, your extended family, your aunts, your uncles, or simply people who are close to you, um, delve into dementia as they get older. And this is something that I think is very important to pay attention to because to me, uh, it's been very painful to watch very close family members, including parents, uh, suffer from dementia and Alzheimer's and just lack of mental clarity. So here's basically what happened. About 3 years ago, I was at a conference and I listened to a lot of amazing speakers. Many of them were doctors, and a couple of them were speaking about brain health and brain scans and the body's ability to rejuvenate and regenerate. And we all know that most of your body parts become new. You have new skin every 30 days, you have new bones every 7 years. There's every part of your body regenerates and rejuvenates and becomes new. And up until recently, we thought that your heart and your brain um, didn't, because those were two organs that, what you had, what you did with your brain. If you had brain injuries or you had heart issues, then you could do what you could to take care of it, but that it would always basically stay um, not perfect. But the last 20 years or so, what has been discovered is that our brain and our heart, most of it does eventually regenerate and become new, and it depends on us to take care of it. So this was like amazing information to me because I feel like there are so many people, and I'm sure you are one of them if you're listening to this, that does our best to be proactive in our health, our longevity, our well-being, with our fitness, our nutrition, and hopefully our mental health. I take supplements. I've been doing ginkgo for probably 20 years because I know what ginkgo biloba does for improved circulation to the brain. And there's even one of the doctors that I know in the past who's talked about a brain that he calls ginkgo brain because he can see what it does on scans on how it can help improve your brain and restore function to sometimes brains that need it. So after I listened to these speakers at this conference, like I said, this was a little more than 3 years ago, I started realizing that I needed to do some things that were different and being proactive in taking care of my brain. So besides the supplementation that I was doing, besides the nutrition and the exercise, which are all equally important, what I needed to do is I needed to take a specific brain supplement. So I started researching and I looked at everything out there. I looked at what's called, it's a pretty hot topic right now, but they're called Nootropics, and it's N-O-O tropics, not N-E-W. So do some research on your own too. There's a lot of actually really good brands out there. But as I was researching and as I was looking at all of the supplements that were specific for your brain, they all had something that either was missing or wasn't quite right or was a chemical or preservative or an isolate, or, there was just something that was just missing for me. And part of that is a little bit due to the knowledge I have about herbs and herbal medicine. So I decided what I needed to do was do some research on my own. So I started gathering up a list of all of the herbs and plants that had something to do with brain function, uh, circulation, oxygen, mental clarity, something to calm anxiety and stress. And I ended up with a list of plants that was about 48. And I just started researching them in depth and what were the properties and how did they complement each other when they were mixed with other herbs. And over a little more than a 2-year period, I narrowed it down to 8 specific herbs that improve circulation and oxygenation to the brain. Your brain is your hungriest organ. If you think about it, when you are cut off from oxygen flow to your brain, say you're in an accident or something, or maybe you held your breath too long in the water. Maybe that's a bad example. But your brain needs oxygen and it needs a continuous oxygen flow. And you can do some types of damage even if you have fairly minimal amounts of oxygen deprivation. So circulation, oxygenation, mental clarity, focus, concentration, and then the ability to calm an anxious brain, or just what I've heard called a monkey brain, where you just can't shut your brain off. So I narrowed down to 8 specific herbs that complement each other. And then I went to work on percentages. What percentage is going to match this percentage? I didn't want the herbs to be together in the same formula without complementing each other or bringing something to the equation. And I also didn't want herbs that maybe had an adverse reaction with another herb. So there was a very specific process that I followed, and I did a little collaboration with a few of my friends who are also doctors, and got their opinion and got their ideas, and this beautiful combination that I call BrainGlow was born. And I feel truly that at certain points in this process, I was in a state of flow, and that this was truly inspired. It's been out now for almost a year. In December, we brought it out, but I've been taking it a little more than a year. And I've noticed some really amazing differences in the way that I feel and the way I'm able to function in my day. I used to drink green tea 2 or 3 cups every single afternoon, and sometimes even in the morning to get my day kick-started. I'm not a coffee drinker, so green tea was always my first mode of transportation to get that caffeine kick. And I always kind of was like, well, I need to take a break from caffeine because I know how hard it is on your adrenals. And every once in a while I would do that, and I would definitely feel a bit of a crash almost every time I would take it, but also when I would take breaks from it. So I wanted something in my supplement that provided 0 caffeine. So I wanted the clarity, the focus, the concentration, all of that without the stimulation of caffeine. And this, I was able to do that with this supplement. So I'm still a fan of green tea, and I still drink it every once in a while, but I don't depend on it now to get myself through an afternoon where I have to focus for work, or focus for building content for something, or just getting myself through a workout. Because a lot of times I would take caffeine to give myself the energy to get through a workout, and I find that I really don't have to do that anymore. So I just wanted to share that little story with you because I feel like it's really important, not just to take care of our body, but to take care of our brain and realize that we don't have to be caught in a situation later in life where we are in the depths of Alzheimer's or dementia, because I think it's a gift that you give to your family, your kids, your grandkids, if you're able to be cognitively present, clear until the end of your life. So the goal is to take your brain, your body, put them together and take care of them as you age. So, and not wait until you've had some type of serious mental issues before you start paying attention to this. I'm only 56, but I feel like this is the time. And I wish I would have probably started a long time ago. I've been taking ginkgo for about 20 years, so I guess I did start a long time ago. But this is where it's super, super important not to wait, but to be proactive. Be proactive in your mental health and in your brain function. And you need also the exercise and the proper nutrition. You can't eat fast food and junk food and drink a lot of soda and drink a lot of alcohol and expect your body and your brain to function and be present for you without you paying attention to the lifestyle things that you should be doing. So this is just something I wanted to share with you. I thought it was important because it's been very important to me. And I know that if you're like me, you know someone close to you that has suffered from some type of dementia and even the depths of Alzheimer's, which is extremely sad to watch. There's a global survey that I recently read that shows that more than 40% of the adults that were surveyed said that they suffer from mild cognitive impairment, which basically means that they forget simple things every day, every single day, even things right after they happen. And if you're in that category where you forget little things, even just where you put your car keys or where you set your phone or where you left your purse or where you left something and you just can't remember, you are 3 to 4 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's or some type of dementia as you get older. So the time is to do something now. And I could obviously ramble on about this for a while. So I wanted to just let you know that with this BrainGlow, if you've not tried it, I want to give you an opportunity to try a bottle for 50% off. So all you have to do is go to BarlowHerbal.com, put in BrainGlow 50. The B and the G are capitalized, and it will give you 50% off your first bottle of BrainGlow. And you can try it. Try it out. Now keep in mind that all this information that I've shared with you is not meant to be medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This is just my own personal experience and my own personal knowledge with herbs and herbal medicine and me taking care of myself naturally, holistically, using herbs and plant medicine. So leave me some comments if you have some questions, or let me know what you do to keep your brain nice and strong. And happy, healthy brain, guys. Have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.